Hi everybody! In this episode today, I'm going to teach you one of the most powerful methods I know to help you speak English fluently. And this episode is very special to me because this is my mother's recipe and I practiced this method in my first standard and my second standard, because of which I am able to speak English fluently in front of you. So if possible, please go grab a pen and a notebook and let's get started. Now there are three things that you need to know about this method. Number one, all of my methods require at least 90 days of rigorous practice, and we do not believe in instant results because the truth is greatness takes time. Number two, I'm going to give you a worksheet and a book recommendation so that you can apply all the learnings that I'm giving you in this episode. So listen to what I'm saying very carefully and stay with me till the end. Number three, if you follow this method along with our communication masterclass course, it can give you unimaginably amazing results. So much so that you can go out there and curate a TEDx level talk in about 12 months. But for that, you have to follow all the things that I'm telling you very meticulously. So if this is very clear to you, let's look at the 6 important steps to execute this method. Step number 1. Get hold of a beginner level storybook that you are truly fascinated by. Usually these are the ones that are used to teach high school students. For example, in my case, my mother gave me an Akbar Birbal storybook collection and she also gave me a Tenali Raman storybook collection. These books have these short 1 to 2 page stories which are very easy to understand and are also very interesting. Step number 2. Every day read one story from that book, understand the story very well and try to write that story in your own words without looking at the story. Step number 3. While you write the story, you will realize that you are not able to frame a few sentences, you are not able to express a few words. And that is when you get back to the book and see how the author has written the exact same sentence. And here's where you will begin to find new words and new phrases which will eventually develop your vocabulary. This is by far the most effective way to develop your vocabulary. Otherwise, I've seen a lot of people who follow this cliche method of learning 3 words a day with the logic that if you do it for like 1 year, you might become Shashi Tharoor. Well, that is bullshit. Because people, if you do not understand the context of the word that you're learning, you will never be able to inculcate those words in your day-to-day language. And this method of revisiting the book and filling into your vocabulary gaps by referring to the author's language will boost your vocabulary in the most effective manner and very easily. Fun fact is, after you start doing this for a month, you will realize that you really do not need a vast vocabulary to speak good English. In fact, extraordinary vocabulary will begin to backfire and will become a problem. A simple example of the same is Sudha Murthy ma'am. She is such a wonderful writer that I often fall short of words to describe her skill. But the reason why her books are so beautiful is because she uses a very simple language, and that's the reason why a vast majority of the audience is able to resonate with her thoughts. So never ever just learn words from the dictionary, always try to understand what context is it being used, because context and meaning together are what form great vocabulary. Step number 4 is all about grammar exercises, and here's where you got to use this tool called Grammarly. By the way, I got to tell you that this is a genuine recommendation and not a paid promotion. Most people use Grammarly only to correct their mistakes, and they often forget that it could also be used as a super powerful tool to improve your language. And here's how you could use that for your stories. After you write down all those stories in that separate piece of paper, copy paste that on the Grammarly tab, and immediately the Grammarly software will start pointing out mistakes. And the one thing that you'll notice is that it doesn't just tell you what is wrong, it also tells you the kind of grammatical mistake that you've made. For example, if I've written an incorrect sentence which says, I does not know how to do it, Grammarly points out that this is a mistake of verb form. Now here's where you refer to this golden book called Run and Martin. It has still got my sister's school ka brown cover, and this book has been a legendary book for generations. I learned English from it, my elder sister learned English from it, and my mother also learned English from this. So all you have to do is look for what type of mistakes you are making that Grammarly is pointing out. For example, if Grammarly says that you are making a mistake in verb form, all you have to do is look at the Run and Martin's index, find out where it has given verb form exercises and do every single exercise that falls under the title of verb form. If it says you've made a mistake with determiners, go to the determiner section and do every single exercise over there. If you do that, your grammar will improve drastically and very, very quickly. And then comes step number 5. After you've done all the exercises, come back and write the exact same story. And this time, you will observe that your brain is automatically able to spot not just that one correction of verb form, but literally every single verb form in the entire story. Which means what? You just leveled up your grammar skills. And just in case you happen to be in touch with a high school English teacher, even she would be able to help you out with the same. And the point to be noted over here is that the reason why I specifically mentioned a high school teacher is because she will be able to point out not just the mistakes that you're making, but she will also be able to teach you the intricacies of the language, which is very, very important. And the reason why I give you Grammarly is because I don't even want to leave an iota of scope for you to make an excuse for not learning English. And once you're done with all of this, the last step would be to hold a selfie camera in front of yourself and narrate the entire story to that selfie camera as if it is a human being. Once you start doing this, you will speak English both fluently and you will also end up speaking grammatically correct English. Now over here, one of the most common mistakes people make is that they directly jump to speaking English and they somehow believe that once they start practicing, automatically their English will become fluent. In the race of that, they end up having fluent English, but that English is grammatically incorrect, which is even more worse. I have attached a detailed workbook in the description which already has 3 stories that you can start with, and it has been designed in a user-friendly format with all the notes so that you can refer to it and use it as a soft copy or a hard copy, whichever is convenient for you. Over here, a pro tip is that I'm going to attach a section in the workbook which will help you get magical feedback from your constructive critic. If you only start asking those questions to your critic, you will begin to get relevant feedback, and if you improve upon those feedbacks, by the 90th video, you will be able to speak English confidently and fluently.
मजा आया.
This is the best I can do to give you the motivation to start so that you don't give me any excuses for not following the process. And people, trust me, when you follow this process, you are practically designing a very powerful feedback loop, which means what? You make a mistake and then you learn what exactly is the root cause of your mistake. Then you understand how to overcome it, and then you get back to the drawing board and you rectify that mistake eventually to never make the same mistake again. This is exactly the philosophy based on which every single thinkschool course has been designed. And for those of you who do not know, we have got our online communication masterclass, which is a 5-module online course to turn you into a powerful communicator. And this course is one of the foundational steps to turn thinkschool into a digital school, wherein the goal is to teach you the most valuable skills of the 21st century that usually schools and colleges don't. And we want to do that by providing you with world-class education at lesser than the price of a denim jeans. This course has powerful exercises, workbooks, and the latest edition, which rolled out today, includes some of the most incredible communication case studies from all around the world, which includes Hitler's speech analysis, decoding some of the best TED Talks, and it has also got storytelling hacks which will enable you to express your ideas in an incredible manner. Fun fact is, we use the same exercises to curate TEDx speakers and speakers who deliver talks at international conferences. So by default, like I said, if you do these exercises, nothing, I repeat, nothing can stop you from becoming a wonderful communicator. And then you can use the super skill of communication to crack your interview, deliver business presentation at your office, and even persuade your clients. So if you're comfortable with my method of teaching, you can take up the free trial and get a taste of the course. That's all from my side for today, guys. I hope you follow the exercise without excuse and then go on to become the most phenomenal version of yourself. If you learned something valuable, please do make sure to hit the like button to make YouTube Baba happy. And more importantly, if you know somebody who requires English, please do forward this video to that person, because no talent should ever get rejected just because of this language barrier. And lastly, for more such self-improvement content, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Friday. Bye bye.